It's Linda, and it's spring here at the Florence Griswold Museum Garden. This is our heirloom garden section, and we do have some roses planted in this section, and I thought maybe you'd like some tips on what to do this time of the year. You can certainly trim in March, February, March, when it's still dormant. You can do it later. Don't worry about it as long as you get something trimmed back. Keep in mind that roses will bloom on new growth, so you can take back a lot of this. If you see the structure of this, this is a shrubby type of rose. It has smaller blooms, but lots of them. So the more branching that you create, the more flowers that you get. What you're looking for are healthy canes. What we have learned is first dead, diseased, or damaged. So anything that doesn't look good. If you have things that have died back on the tips, they look a little brown, you're going to go back to where there's, whoa, this one stuck to me, to where there's another growth facing out, and you're just going to trim right above it. Try not to leave an end like this, because that tip is going to end up dying back anyway, and you won't get anything from that. So what you're looking for are outward facing buds. Trim right above them, fairly close, but be careful of the bud, the little collar right near it. So again, anything that's dead, diseased, damaged, take that right off first. Don't even worry too much about how much you're taking off at this point. With most roses, anything smaller than a pencil is a good guideline as well. So these smaller branches on these would be coming off. Shrub roses are a little different because they do have a lot of small branching, but don't worry about taking some of them off, particularly too if you have crossing branches. Anything that's going backwards, you want to clean out the inside of the plant. So I would start taking some of these inside pieces out. So I'm just going to show you, take a few things, and you'll see the difference already. If the inside has some air circulation, you're less likely to get mildew, black spot, because you have good air circulation. So you can see already this inside area is opening up. You'll notice how this branch crossed over is growing inside this one. So I might even take that one all the way down at the bottom. We'll go all the way in here, and I might let it come up again as it is a shrub rose, and maybe I'll leave it near this joint and let that one come up at a later time. And this one isn't looking too good, so we'll take that one out right at the base. Already you can see how different this section looks. By taking these pieces out, leaving this nice cane, this one can keep some height. Again, you're going to look for an outward facing branch, maybe to this point. If you've had trouble in the past with rose borers, when you cut a thicker stem, if you see a hole in the middle, that means you've had a rose borer or have one. Keep cutting back till you get solid stem. And then when you do your pruning through the season, if you're trimming to take roses inside or trimming it for size, take some outdoor waterproof, weatherproof glue and seal that little cut as soon as you do it. And that will help prevent the insect that lays an egg on that spot. And that's what the borer becomes a larva that will bore down through your stem. And it could ultimately kill the rose if it goes all the way down to the root and then keeps multiplying on all of the stems. Eventually you won't have any left. Be sure to watch to see when we will have another instructional series on roses, and make sure you come and see the gardens in another few weeks. They'll be in full bloom.